Upper90studios.com.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. 63 points game week 15, solid green arrows in the last 4 game weeks. Upper 90 Studios has now pushed into 700 to 800,000 in the overall rank with close to 815 total points. December is all about quick deadlines, so on this video, I'm going to show you how to be decisive and flexible with transfers. Weigh the options and outcomes quickly, put them into action and adjust as needed. Before I create any transfer plan, I gather as much information as I can by watching games and doing my research. It's a reason why sometimes I'm late to reply to your comments. It's because I want to be prepared to answer all the questions. So here we go, Game Week 15 review. This time I'm going to rate my players first, then I'm going to include top picks and high-risk players to avoid. 63 points, no hits. I'm going to start at the top with a goalkeeper, Dean Henderson, 1 point. I brought him in for Nick Pope, and check out the fascinating results. Sheffield United, they couldn't convert their chances and got punished at the other end. Not a great debut for Henderson and my team, but one key reason why I chose him is because of their defensive record. Only 2 teams have conceded fewer goals than Sheffield United this season, Liverpool and Leicester. Let's see if they can bounce back against Norwich game week 16. John Lundstrom, 1 point. I've been using him in a rotation system and just couldn't see myself benching the informed strikers Jimenez and Ings. No clean sheet, no attacking returns for Lundstrom, who has now scored an average of 2 points from his last 4 games. With Dean Henderson providing defensive cover in my squad, should I continue to bench Lundstrom? Ben Chilwell didn't play. On the previous video, I said that center backs have a lower risk of rotation than fullbacks during the busy festive period. A few days later, Chilwell didn't even make the squad, with no warning for us in fantasy. Chilwell is a strong differential against Soyuncu owners in the Elite 64 League, and I really don't want to sell him. The problem is Leicester defenders have 2 more green fixtures until game week 18, so if Chilwell doesn't play, I could miss out on this narrow window of opportunity while my direct competitors benefit with the safer Soyuncu. So is it time to cash out on Chilwell? Should I make the straight swap for Soyuncu? You're going to find out later in the video. Alexander-Arnold, 3 points. Robertson, 1 point. Alexander-Arnold, he provided the assist to Mane, and he put in that ball over the top that released Mane for 2-0. That was incredible. One negative was that he picked up another yellow card, his 4th, which means he is now 1 booking away from a ban. My favorite note on Robertson was in the 68th minute when he got caught offside, and it wasn't even a set piece, it was just a routine attack. His advanced positioning increases the potential for attacking returns. 2 good fixtures now for Liverpool defenders before they blank game week 18. James Maddison, 10 points. Watford were resilient, but they couldn't hold out in the end. Maddison's last-minute goal earned him 2 bonus points, which means he has now scored more FPL points than Mo Salah, and he's only 2 points behind Sterling. Those players are close to 12 million in price. Maddison is 7.5 million. Sadio Mane, 15 points. World-class performance, and he should have scored a hat-trick. He had 2 big chances that he wasted toward the end. But what really impressed me about Mane were his assists. The way he timed the forwards' runs and threaded those passes for Origi and Shaqiri. That showed real football intelligence. Give him space, and he will run at defenders and punish them. Put pressure on him, and he's going to find that open run. He's unstoppable. The question is, with Salah and Firmino rested against Everton, when will Mane get his break? That's a key question that could affect the captaincy game week 16. Son, 2 points. Dele Alli, 9 points. United were superior in every way. They worked harder and they created the better chances. Tottenham were outplayed until they scored. Then they started to control some of the possession and had a few chances before the break. It was a similar story in the second half. Tottenham pushed near the end, but it was too late. Son was ineffective and Kane was even worse. I can't remember him touching the ball at all. Dele Alli, he tried to make things happen, and he showed that amazing skill to spin the defender and score past De Gea. A lot of red flags for Spurs in this game, and for that reason, I'm hesitant to captain one of their players despite a favorable fixture at home versus Burnley. Jamie Vardy, 5 points, captain, 10 points. I thought the yellow card was harsh, partly because he was my captain. Last week, Chilwell dove without contact and got no yellow. There was contact with Vardy this time around. Either way, he scored a penalty, and had a few other opportunities to score. One was right before halftime, the other in the 60th minute when he chipped the keeper and it was cleared off the line. Raul Jimenez, 2 points. Danny Ings, 9 points. Similar positive stats from both players. They had quality chances to score. Ings managed to convert his with a glancing header. No issue keeping and starting both players game week 16. So that's my team. Now here are the top picks and high-risk players to avoid. Those who brought in Zaha, 3 points. They were unlucky because of the red card for Crystal Palace. Zaha still tried to make things happen, but he was always forced out wide on the left, and when he tried to cut inside, he was outnumbered. Jordan Ayew, 2 points. He was excellent at holding the ball and running at defenders. Man of the match performance, and at just $5.1 million, he makes his way into my watch list. I don't have a plan that involves a cheaper forward at this moment, but things can change quickly. The similar priced Mousse, 1 point, he came off the bench for a 1-point cameo. He provided a spark in the attack, but this just wasn't their day. Marcus Rashford, 13 points, 2 goals, but he deserved a hat-trick. As a non-owner, I was afraid every time he touched the ball and ran at defenders. The only concern with Rashford is consistency. If United can raise their game against the better teams, why did they stumble against the weaker sides? Tammy Abraham, 12 points. He was back at his best with a goal, assist, and maximum bonus points. He did pick up a knock before being subbed, so we need an injury update from Lampard. Mason Mount, 6 points. He also played well and scored, but it could have been more. The only question is whether he's a rotation risk with so many quality attackers at Chelsea during this busy, festive period. Christian Pulisic, 2 points. 3 consecutive blanks for Pulisic now. He's not in my team, but I think he's been unlucky not to score more points in FPL. It's a difficult decision for his owners because Chelsea are such a dangerous attacking side. It could be smart to have some Chelsea attacking cover. De Bruyne, 3 points. Sterling, 3 points. De Bruyne was excellent and always close to scoring points. Sterling, he's more difficult to assess because he can spring up at any moment to carve out a scoring chance. But in this game, I can't remember a clear-cut chance for him. Sterling was subbed off at 72 minutes, and he did not look happy. Premium players, they have to deliver consistently for the price. My strategy in recent weeks has been to take that money from the premium assets and invest it across the deeper edges of the squad. So with that information, what is the plan for Game Week 16? I've been taking so many risks recently, but they were calculated risks for players I was excited to bring in. This week, I'm hesitant to make big changes, especially if it requires a hit. 2 free transfers could be an advantage as we edge closer to the blank Game Week 18. So plan A, transfers out, none. Transfers in, none. Plan A is to do nothing so I can make a more informed decision with 2 free transfers next week. There could be more twists and turns to come before Game Week 18. We have to consider every scenario. For example, let's say I'm planning on bringing back Abraham for Bournemouth at home Game Week 17. Doing it right now, this week, would require a -4 hit to free up funds while sacrificing Chilwell or Robertson or both forwards. I want to be sure that any new players do not offset that balance that has put up big numbers in recent weeks. Yes, Abraham is a top pick, but what if the other player I'm forced to buy is a downgrade to an existing player? Committing to any transfers this week could also backfire because I have 2 important defenders on 4 yellow cards. So imagine the scenario. I sell Robertson now to free up funds for Abraham. Then Alexander-Arnold gets a 5th yellow card this weekend, Game Week 16. He would be out Game Week 17 and Game Week 18, but now I sold the wrong Liverpool defender. I could have just sold Alexander-Arnold, who was banned anyway, instead of Robertson. So I'm considering all these different outcomes so I can maximize the points for the next 2 rounds while keeping an eye on the blank. There are a lot of questions heading into Game Week 16. Can I rely on Chilwell as a starter? Will Alexander-Arnold or Lundstrom pick up a 5th yellow card and a suspension? Which players should I sacrifice if I choose to bring back Abraham? The answers to those questions might come after watching another round of games. With the fast approaching deadlines, weigh your options quickly and consider different outcomes before taking action. Then make adjustments if needed. Even if you make a mistake, the experience is only going to make you stronger. So that's going to be a wrap for today. Stay tuned for my next video. If you like my music, all my songs are free to download on the website. See the link in the description. Be sure to follow at Upper 90 Studios on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, where you'll get an inside scoop before YouTube. And if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe and turn on your post notifications because this season is going to be epic. Don't forget to subscribe to our email list and get your free fixture difficulty cheat sheet. click the Fantasy tab at upper90studios.com. If you're on a computer, it's at the top right of the page. If you're on the phone, it's at the bottom. Thanks for watching. See you soon.